Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to learn to read and write Hindi. We are also here because we want to learn to read and write Urdu. We are doing both at the same time. Today is our lesson number 53. In today's lesson, we'll go through 3 lines in the story that we started on day number 50. Just 3 lines, and these 3 lines that he's singing, these are not events that actually took place. These are events that he had hoped that had taken place. This is not how the events unfolded. This is just his fantasy. This is what he wanted to happen, but did not. Let's begin. So again, keep that in mind. As he's singing, none of this actually happened. This is how he was hoping that the events would unfold, but it didn't happen. None of this happened. Teri gali, ga, and then li. Gali, ga, and then li. Teri gali, ga, la बेटा बड़ी की मात्रा तेरी गली में बेटा बड़ी में actually has a badi ek ki matra. To make it a badi ek ki matra, we're going to put a zabar on top of the meme. That makes a badi ek ki matra. And we don't want me, we want me. So that's why we have a nun guna. That's why we have this nun guna. In Hindi we just put a dot. Teri gali mein आता सनम. So, no, mo. We have written all these words before, so I don't want to explain to you one more time. That's how this. Let's rewrite this for sanam. What it actually says is this. So you have 2 loops for sa. We have done this many times. One more loop for this is a na and then a sanam. But instead of writing it like this, people just make 1 loop, one for noon and then meme sanam. Teri gali mein aata sanam. Let's do the next line. So this is, as I said, this is his fantasy. This is what he had hoped this is what he had hoped would have happened. Teri gali mein aata sanam. I wish I would have come in your neighborhood. That's what he says. I wish I had come in your neighborhood. Let's do the next line. Let's do it right on this. See if you can fit it. No. And then we need a ga, nag, ga. Nagma. But what it says here, nagma, this nagma, the way it is written is this one. Ga and a ma. We don't need that ga, we need a different ga here. The ga that we need here is this ga right here, gain. As you can see, it's approximately ga. To remind ourselves that we are dealing with gain, we take this dot and put it under the ga to remind ourselves. That spelling is wrong. We need a ga. And then a ki matra, except in Urdu, it is not going to end with the a ki matra. It's going to end with the ha. We have seen it many times. That's the correct spelling in Urdu. Same exact word. This ha we need right here, right there. It's a ha even though it's pronounced nagma. Let's join them together. This ga, when it joins, it's going to look like this. Mo, of course, is going to look like this. And let's see. Here we go. Na. Oh, actually, this is more tricky. So let's slow down. This is na. And then the ga, you could do it like this. Nag. And then a ma. And then a ha. The way it is, nagma. The way it is written is fine. The way it is written is perfectly fine. But most of the time, in print, you will see it written like this. This ga that you see here would be written like this. There is this ga that we see here would be written like this. Here's your N, and then a G would be like this. That's a G. And then a M and a H. Nagma. So this part that you see here like that, that's this. It can also be written as this. All of that is a G. This is in full form, this is in joint handwriting. Nagma. Nagma means song. You already know that. Nagma means song. Nagma, wafa, wafa. That's a fa. Wafa. But this is this fa. Wafa is spelled with an F. We're not dealing with PH. We're not dealing with PH, which is pa plus do chashmi hai, which is this fa, which is exactly equal to Hindi letter fa. This is exactly equal to this one. But wafa, this fa, fe, wafa calls for not PH but F. To remind ourselves that we need an F and not PH, we put a dot underneath the fa. Nagma, wafa, nagma, wafa, ka, gata, sanam. Sanam we already learned it before in yesterday's video and the day before. Sanam just simply means lover, and it's spelled with a swad, not a sin. Nagma, wafa ka, gata, ga, ta, sanam. Hindi does not have a swad and a sin. Hindi just has sa, so we have to deal with it. This but what we're using here is swad. This right here, which is approximate sa. The exact version of swad does not exist in Hindi. Approximate is the best that we can do here. That's a sa. Right there on day number 6, day number 6 we learned it right there, swad. As you can see, approximate sign here. That's the sa we need here. Nagma, wafaka, gata, sanam. Wafa means fidelity. If lovers are faithful to each other, that's called wafadari, fidelity. So he says, this is how I hope the thing would have turned out between you and I, that I would have come to your neighborhood. Teri gali mein aata sanam, nagma wafaka gata sanam. I would have come to you, that I would have come to your neighborhood, and I would have sung a song for you. Nagma, not just song, but song of fidelity. I would have sung a song of fidelity to you. Nagma wafaka gata sanam. Let's do the next line. Tujhse, tuj, tu, and then we need a ja. As you know, we don't have a ja in Urdu. Let's see how to get. In Hindi, you have a ja right here. This is ja. Ja, which is essentially J and H. If you want to write ja in English, that's how you write it, ja and H, because English also does not have a ja, the letter for ja. Neither does Urdu. So what we do is we take our jim and combine it with a he, and it turns into a ja. There you go. And that's what we need here. We have a tu, now we need a ja. Tuj. Tuj se, sunana. Tuj se, let's put tuj together. Tu and ja. Tuj se, sunana. Su, na, sunana, ja, jata, sanam. Tujhse sunana jata sanam. Tujhse sunana. We never combine sunana. So let's do it right here. I'm going to show you two different versions. One is the baby version. Here's the baby version. So this is su. Then you do na, su, na, na. You can write it like this. Or you can, instead of making two loops, you just make a one long loop. Su, na, and then na. Sunana. Sunana means to make someone hear it. Tujhse sunana jata. We need ta here. Jata sanam. What he says is that the plan was, the hope was, my wish was, so this is how the events would have unfolded between you and I. Alas, it did not happen that way, but this is what I had hoped. Teri gali mein aata sanam, that I would have come to your neighborhood. Nagma wafaka gata sanam, that I would have sung a song about fidelity. Tujhse sunana jata sanam, and you would have heard me sing the song to you. That's all. Again, these are all fantasies, never happened. In the next three lines, we'll go on to what he actually wants to say afterwards. But that was his plan. That's not how the things pan out. That's not how the events pan out. We'll see what happens next. Bye now.